Hi, Windows Server 2012 Essentials. I am really impressed by this application and I want to show you how I set it up here in my network and what you can achieve with it. I was looking for a NAS solution. I wanted to have something that could back up my files and send it to the cloud as well. I was looking at, of course, some NAS servers and a lot of options available, a lot of options. I'm a Microsoft guy, really, and my main concern was that all these boxes, they were running on Linux, and I have no idea about Linux. It's Microsoft everywhere, isn't it? And I decided to look at Microsoft solutions. Microsoft, they used to have a home server, and they said, nah, home server is not there anymore. However, we are going to give you essentials. And I decided to go for it and say, okay, why not? Let's give it a try. I downloaded Windows Server 2012 R2 Essentials, and I am really impressed. I show you what I set up, and it's still not ready. However, 80% is done, and I can tell you I can recommend this application. First of all, this is Windows Server 2012 R2. And what Microsoft decided to do, they decided to add some dashboards, applications, and pre-configured features for a home office and small office environment. And that's the idea. You can achieve all these things that you will see in the next couple of minutes using Windows Server 2012, not Essentials. It will be more difficult and you will have to find all these applications. Here it is pre-configured for you. It's very similar. Microsoft, they have had options like that for small offices for years now. It all started with small business server. Then of course we had our home server here, and now it is Windows Server Essentials. Price, well, about £250. Not very cheap, not very expensive. It's if you buy it with a server, sometimes you can get a really good deal. If you Google, my server is running on my ESX, and that's how I use that. A few weeks ago I saw a really nice deal for an HP server, and I think this Windows server was offered for 50% or something like that. Google it, you will find a lot of good deals. Microsoft, they are pushing this server at the moment. And of course they integrated a lot of Microsoft cloud solutions. I'm sorry, Microsoft, I decided not to do that. I went for a different provider, and we'll talk about it. Let's start with my topology and what I wanted to achieve. Okay, let me start a new one. Cool. What I wanted to have is, first of all, I wanted to have a NAS to back up a lot of files. I have my main PC, it is around 600 gigabytes at the moment, and my fiancée, she has got 2 laptops, it is around 100 gigabytes. Of course, this is more important, just kidding. And that's what I wanted to do. And second of all, I wanted to have a backup of my OS as well. I know there is a really nice feature in Windows 7 and 8. It can create an image of your system, and that's what I wanted to have as well. 3, I want to send all these backups to my cloud as well, to a cloud solution. And we'll talk about it in a sec, because I need a lot of space that was not easy to find. As I said, I was looking at some NAS appliances devices, and of course there are hundreds of them, and you can Google and see a lot of good applications from devices from QNAP, D-Link, Zyzo, Synology, and all these well-known vendors. My main concern was, first of all, to achieve this, and second of all, it is Linux based. If something goes wrong with this Windows Server box, I think I have a very good idea where to start, how to recover it. At least I can try. I have no idea about Linux. If something blows up and I have to recover these hard drives, I don't know. That's pretty important for me, and I decided to look for a Microsoft solution. And that's how I found found the Microsoft Server Essentials. You can try it as well. They will offer you a trial version, and of course you can buy it. What they say is, of course, you can integrate your server with cloud solutions. Let me zoom it in. Of course, you will not be surprised if I say, whoops, that was not good. If I say they recommend Microsoft cloud solutions and they support integration with Microsoft applications and cloud solutions. It's expensive. I need a lot of storage, and that was not an option for me. Sorry, Microsoft, not this time. Let's talk about Windows Server Essentials. Installation, very easy, like a standard server, next, finish, no surprises there. When I opened it for the first time, I saw this dashboard and a few things to finish. Of course, I started with updates. It's always a good idea. And in many cases, it's sometimes it's a link. You have to go and do something. From time to time, it's a link to a website. You should not expect. Let me make sure you can see that all. You should not expect everything to be done for you. You have to understand what you're doing. What I started was updates. I added a user for my fiancée. Of course, read-only access. She's not there. She went to a shop, so I can say that. Don't tell her that. And I shared some folders. It's very, very easy. I'll show you that one. You say, okay, what is the name of a share? You can specify your location. I decided to go for the default one, and then you assign permissions. That's it. Let's say test. It will go for this location. I'm okay with that. And then you say, that's my fiancé. And you say, of course, read only, and you add a folder. That's it. What is really interesting about Windows Server 2012 is connected computers. What you can do, you can connect your Windows 7 and 8 laptops and PCs to this NAS server and set up backups and manage it. It's like having a domain. As you probably know, Microsoft, they allow you to join PCs to a domain and so on. The problem with that is you need a Windows 7 Pro, and you cannot do that with a Home Edition. Here you can. It is very similar. When I did that, it felt like joining a PC to a domain. It's really great. It is dedicated to small offices and home users. I would be very happy to put that in a small company as well. It is much cheaper, and still domain is much better. It all depends. For 2-3 users, why not? How do you connect? It's very easy. What you do, you go NAS and connect. You download a piece of software, you put on your PC, that's it. When you do that, you will have a nice new icon on your PC and a launchpad like that. From here, you can start a backup, you can have remote web access, and you can see your shared folders. As you can see, I can see all folders. I'm an administrator here. And you have your dashboard as well. It is this screen as well. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. I'll show you how you can recover your files, because that was my main concern. I know Microsoft, they're really great. My main concern was, okay, what if something blows up? I want to recover my files. I want to make sure it's not going to be a complicated process and I don't have to recover the whole hard drive. And here you can recover individual files as well, which is awesome. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Let's look at devices. As you can see, I have 3 devices connected to my server. That's my main PC. That's an old laptop and a new laptop. Yeah, she's got 2 laptops. Life is not fair. As you can see, it will report updates. For instance, I noticed when I joined my i5 PC to Windows Server here, I noticed it said, oh, there is one update. Go and do that. Oh, let's say, okay, let's do it then. As you can see, I started a backup of this laptop. It's a new laptop, and you can just click here and start backup. There is no backup here. I disabled backups. For this one, it's an old one. Here, you just say here and start backup. That's it. It will. You can decide what to back. Let me show you that. You can customize. You can add or remove. Let's do it again. It does it from. Oops, it does it from time to time with my PC. I played with it. That's why. Let me customize it again. Now it's better. And as you can see, you can decide, okay, on the C drive, I want to include these folders. It's great, it will recognize your local hard drives. I decided not to go for the X drive, and there is a good reason for that. I want to have files on the server, nothing in a one big file that my server will manage. However, you could do that. You can include your hard drives, all of them, if you wanted. It's not a problem. As you can see, it is in progress, 37%. It takes, that's a wireless laptop. The previous one, it took about 1 hour and 30 minutes. It was around 100 gigabytes. Not bad. And it's wireless. And this is my server here. A very easy to understand screen with your devices. Storage, that's your folders. What you can do, and again I will show you one folder. When you go to, where was that? Folder properties, it's here. You can decide, well, that's 25 gigabytes only. Very easy to set up. And you can add some applications. I have not done it yet. Very easy to manage. And now the most important thing, how do you know, we know how we can back it up. You can schedule it. Let me show you that as well. And here is my schedule. I said do it I wish it was more flexible here. Not bad. I would like to see more options here, dear Microsoft, please. Next time. Start time, end time, and I say keep my backups for 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months. The default values are, I think, 7, 7, I don't remember, 4, something like that. I didn't like them. You can also create a USB recovery disk. I have not tried that because I was very happy with... The idea is to back up my C drive, not to create an image like a snapshot. I can do that from Windows 7. I know I can recover it that way. The idea is to back up my files on the C drive, Outlook and documents and things like that. I want to make sure everything goes here. Of course, you can recover your whole computer if you want it. You could do that. And this is a way to create a USB recovery disk. And it's well described on the Microsoft website. So we know how we can create a backup. Now I tested it, and how you can recover it is really interesting and very easy. Let me disconnect my RDP session, and I will show you how it was done, how it can be done. You have this really nice small window, and here you go for your the dashboard, and you will see a very similar screen. However, this time it will allow you to recover files. You cannot do that from the server, which is strange. On the other hand, you can put that on a new PC and recover it. You don't have to... You will see I will have access to all backups. I can recover my fiancée's backup, I'll show you that. And I tested it on both PCs. I tested my backup on her PC and her backup on my PC. It's going to load the dashboard, and it looks the same. There will be one new option available. Do you want to recover your files? Yes, I want to do that. Again, we have devices. Take a look. It looks the same. However, this time what I can do, I can say this one, restore files. And it's a very simple wizard. And what is really great, as you can see, it's only one backup that I did yesterday. When you click next, it's going to open this volume, and it's going to load it and mount it as a drive on your PC. It's really awesome. It means what I did to recover a few files and test it, I stopped at this stage. It's going to load it, and then I think it will be my D drive. I will see all files. It's really awesome. Drag and drop, that's it. I don't have to finish this wizard. I can copy them locally. And that's what Microsoft said. Yeah, you can recover individual files. A question I have seen many times. Yes, it is possible. Of course, you can recover the whole PC. They give you a few options and tools to do that. The idea is to have access to a file that you deleted 2 weeks ago, and yes, it is possible. It's going to be pretty slow because of this backup in the background, and it's a wireless laptop as well. Let me pause the video and we'll show you when it's done. It's good to read everything. It's waiting to finish the backup. Let me cancel it. Okay, you cannot recover anything when this backup is in progress. That's fine. I will pause the video and come back to it later. Now, what I want to show you is two more applications that I use to create a nice NAS server at home. The first one is here. Let me open it. It's SNmp Pro. I've been using this application for 3 or 4 years. I decided to go for the best Pro version, and it's good. I think there is a license for up to 5 home PCs. I need that on this one only. However, if you need on more than one PC, you can use it. And this is an application that allows you to make backups locally, and it is a very really advanced tool. It's crazy when you open this one. Let me modify. It's really crazy when you see how many options are available here. My idea is to copy it from my remote PC to a folder on the server, and default options are okay. From time to time you want to tweak it. First of all, you can decide, okay, choose directories and files you want to use, and you can include compression, encryption. You can copy to an FTP, SFTP, CD, cloud as well is included now with the latest version. Not a lot of options, however. As you can see, it's only Amazon S3 and the Microsoft option. Maybe they're going to add more. A really advanced tool allows you to do crazy things here. My idea is, and then you create a group, you group all these objects and you schedule them. Can you be so nice and run it twice a week? And then it's going to do it for you. I know some cloud solutions will give you a tool like that. I prefer to have a separate application for that. It's not expensive, and I know it is what I know, it's reliable. I don't have to check that every day. This is my new server. I use this application on my old server, and I've been using that for 2 years now. No issues. Every time I wanted to recover a file or check something, it was there. No issues. Really nice application. And then, of course, I wanted to go for a cloud solution to copy my files across. I was looking at things like, what is it, iDrive. It's too expensive, and I found this guy, which is really good. I have a trial version running. I think they give you 30 days to try it, and we'll see. I am pretty happy with everything that I have seen so far. It allows you to use your own encryption key, which is great, and it allows you to recover files in a very easy way, which is great as well. Let me show you a few options here. Here, it's a simple wizard. Create, modify, remove, or copy. You can manage your backups. Let me modify, will show you. I have a backup like that, and I say, let me choose what to backup, and here you can specify really standard way. Then schedule, next, are you okay, check, finish. Very to restore, I did test it. It will show you there is a backup here. Next, it's going to open, and then you can recover whatever you want. You highlight what you want to recover. Let's say this one. Next, where? Here. Start. And it's going to recover this file from the cloud. Okay. Here we go. I like it. It's not expensive either. I think it's something like $5 a month. Not expensive, and it is unlimited. They do not tell you, and they do not limit. There is no limit for a file as well. Any size is good, which is really important to me. I have a lot of VMware and Hyper-V machines running. It's not acceptable for me. A lot of providers will give you 4 or 5 gig, and that's not good enough for me. Okay, I will stop the backup here. Yes, I'll do that in a few minutes. I want to recover the files for you. Let me open my dashboard again. Remember, you have to do that from a PC, not from the server. It looks the same, it feels the same. You have to open it from a PC. Okay, it's loading. Restore. Next. And now it's going to open this volume and mount it, load it on my PC. As you can see it here. However, you will see my Kaspersky saying, oh, there is a new drive. What do you want to do with it? Leave it alone, don't touch it. And now you will see I have a new D drive. And take a look. That's the backup. It's really awesome. You can browse through these files and recover a single file. And I did test it. If you copy that, it does work. It's great. It's really, really great. And that's how I did that. I said, no, just cancel. I copied whatever I wanted, and that was absolutely fine. It's really great, and it works. I have not seen any issues. The only one was with i5 that you saw. I don't know why from time to time it reports it cannot connect. That's the only issue. It's not a big problem. Probably because I am changing from the dashboard to RDP. Maybe it's confused. Everything else is really great. I recommend you give it a try. There is a trial version. See if you like it. You can put it on your ESX server or buy a dedicated server for that. There are really good deals online if you decide to go for it. Will it be more expensive than a server from D-Link, Synology and so on? Yes, it will be. But it's Microsoft. Remember, you have a full version of Windows Server. It means that you have all features. Maybe not all, because this is Windows Server Essentials. You have a Windows Server. It's Active Directory, it's DNS, and let me RDP to it again. It'll show you. When you minimize this nice dashboard, and my antivirus will be AVG, I think it's still a trial version, and you go for Server Manager, you will see all standard tools that you see in a full version of Windows 7, Windows Server. When you go for tools, you will have Active Directory, DNS, you will have your task schedule, all options that IIS, all options that you, and for instance what I added SNMP to monitor the server in PRTG. I'll show you how to do that actually. It is documented on, I think it's not recommended by Microsoft anymore. However, you can do that, and it's really easy. You want to add a new role. You click next, 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 and in here you go for this guy. And it will suggest, do you want to add tools as well? If you don't, if it doesn't, then there are SNMP tools here. It's very important. If you don't include them, you might not see, you might have problems with a security tab, with the security tab on in SNMP. That's it. You click next, next, finish, and then to put your community string, you go to services. Let me SNMP Properties, and here is your security tab. I will not open it for you because there is my community string and don't want you to see that. You will see an option to add your string, and remember below there is an option to add devices that are allowed to use SNMP. Remember to include your monitoring tool in that. Add an IP address or a name. IP address is preferred, I think. And that's it. SNMP is going to work. I tested it. PRTG is running and is monitoring my server, CPU, memory, and hard drive. To summarize, I am really impressed Microsoft. Thank you very much. I think it is a nice option. I wish it was cheaper. I think the price should be below £200. I think 180, 190. Remember, you have to buy a server and hard drive. It is a piece of software only. Still Microsoft. Thank you very much.